It's helpful to understand bones by knowing the microscopic structure of bones. Mature bone cells are called osteocytes. Those are the type of cells that are located in the osteon of the bone, that circular structure we'll see in a moment. These osteocytes will transport nutrients and wastes and gases from one cell to the next and between the cells and the blood supply. The extracellular matrix of the bone, outside the cells, is largely the protein collagen. We've seen that protein before. It's a white, very, very strong protein, and inorganic salts. Collagen gives the bone resilience, while the inorganic salts make the bones very hard. The mature bone cells are called osteocytes, and the extracellular matrix of bone is composed of collagen and inorganic salts. This is the microscopic structure of bone. We'll look at the words in just a second, but you'll notice these ring-like structures here. It looks like a tree, the rings of a tree, and in the center is what we call the central canal. Well, that ring-like structure is called an osteon or Haversian system, and running up and down the center of each osteon will be a good blood and nerve supply. From each central canal there will be horizontal openings through the bone, allowing blood and nerve supply to travel throughout the bone. So the bone is quite vascular, a very good blood supply. Within the osteon you will see small, in this case little purple shapes. Those would be the osteocytes. The rings that you see here are called lamellae. The osteocytes live in a bony chamber called lacunae, and the osteocytes are interconnected by cytoplasmic extensions called canaliculi. There are two types of bone, spongy bone and compact bone. Spongy bone does not have osteons. Compact bone has osteons. Spongy bone is also called cancellous bone, and you can visually see the difference between spongy bone and compact bone. Here you can see that the compact bone is on the outer portion of the bone here, and the spongy bone looks a little bit like honeycomb here on the inner portion. On the skull, you're going to see that the spongy bone is surrounded by two layers of compact bone. On this third picture on the right, you can see, in addition to the spongy bone and the compact bone, you see what's called an epiphyseal plate. This is where the bone grows in length, at this epiphyseal plate. Which of the following is not a type of bone? The correct answer is C. Well, we've heard about osteocytes as being a bone cell, but there are basically three types of bone cells. Osteocytes are mature bone cells, those cells that are living within the osteon. But there are two other types of bone cells. One is the osteoblast, and one is the osteoclast. The osteoblast, think of B for building. Osteoblasts build bone tissue. Osteoclasts are just the opposite. Osteoclasts destroy bone tissue. So if you need calcium in your body and you're not getting enough in your diet, the osteoclasts will become active and resorb the bone to provide the calcium to your blood. The correct answer is C, osteoclast.